Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man.
Well, I'm just grateful that you guys gave me the opportunity to just take this journey with you and just helping you guys develop on the field and off the field. So, today is a special one. Today is I've never been more excited about giving a message than I have been. I'm excited about all of them, but I'm really excited about this one. Today we're going to talk about embracing the moment. Embracing the moment. We're going to talk about embracing the moment. Now, many people have moments in their lives where, a certain decision or a certain step that they have to do to really accomplish something that they want to accomplish. And whatever it is that they have to do, that's what we call that moment. Whatever it is that you need to do to get to that place, that's what we call embracing the moment. Now, unfortunately, there are people who do not know how to embrace that moment. All right? They run away from competition. When your opportunity comes, they run away. Someone boss offers you a promotion, you don't want to take it because you don't feel like you qualified. So some people don't know how to embrace that moment. And there are 4 reasons why people don't know how to embrace the moment. Number 1 is they don't have a why. All right? They don't have a why. Say they don't have a why.
They don't have a why.
Number 2, it requires more effort. Say it requires more effort.
Requires more effort.
Number 3, they feel that they're not good enough. Say they don't feel like they're good enough.
They don't feel like they're good enough.
And number 4, they got too many haters around them. Everybody say too many haters.
Too many haters.
All right, so we're going to talk about that today. Now, I grew up in the era, boxing is not really as big as it used to be. Still like watching it. My parents grew up in the era of Ali, but when I was growing up, I grew up in the era of Mike Tyson. Some of y'all weren't even born then, but after Ali, Mike Tyson was one of the most feared heavyweights in boxing history. I mean, he would come out, he'd have his black shorts, black boots, and just no fancy gear, no robe. He just came out gangster. Came out of Brooklyn, grew up in juvenile detention centers. I mean, Mike Tyson was just rugged and was the most feared boxer in boxing history. What made him so feared was he would knock people out in the first 1 to 2 rounds of a fight. All right, he would knock you out in the first 1 to 2 rounds of a fight in the heavyweight division. All right, I remember there were even times when I was growing up, you had friends and family members, we'd all get our money together and we'd get the pay-per-view to watch Mike Tyson fight. And people would be literally angry because they spent $50, $60, $70 on a pay-per-view fight and it only lasted 10 minutes. Because he knocked the dude out in 10 minutes or less. Now, in in 1980, I believe it's 89 or 87, Mike Tyson fought a guy by the name of Buster Douglas. Buster Douglas was a nobody. Buster Douglas was a nobody. In fact, Mike Tyson wasn't even supposed to fight Buster Douglas. He was just a warm-up until he was going to fight, he was going to defend his title. He was the warm-up along the way. All right? No one in the world thought Buster Douglas could beat Mike Tyson. Nobody in the world. The only person that thought that could beat Mike Tyson was his mom. Well, Tyson ain't ready for my baby mom. Chill out. That's Mike Tyson knocking people out in 2 rounds. My baby can take out my mom. Chill. That's Mike Tyson. He undefeated. My man Buster Douglas only won 7-8 fights. I don't know, Tyson was like 30-0. I'm saying, he was just knocking people out. But what makes that fight so significant was the week before, a couple of days before Buster Douglas was to fight Mike Tyson, his mother dies. His mother dies before the biggest fight of his career. So now he's like, man, I gotta beat Mike Tyson. I gotta beat him. I gotta beat Mike Tyson. All right? And what you'll notice is, and what happened was, the fight took place. This round actually went 8 rounds. This fight went 8 rounds. And vintage Mike Tyson knocks him down in the 8th round.
Never seen this happen before with Mike Tyson. He's always been the initiator. Here he's against the ropes. I've never seen.
And there's a right hand uppercut, and down goes Douglas. As suddenly as that.
Can he beat the count?
He got a little overconfident. Got a little loosey-goosey. Still wobbly. Let's see what Mike can do to finish. And the bell ends to save Buster Douglas at the end of round 8.
All right? Now, Buster Douglas at that moment did what no one in boxing history has ever done. He got up from a Mike Tyson punch from hitting the turf. Got up in an 8 count. This is the 8th round. Got up, referee says, "Are you good? Can you go?" "Yeah, I'm good." And they get back to fighting. In the 10th round, he does what no heavyweight in history has done, is knock out Mike Tyson.
Oh, the uppercut.
What an uppercut by Douglas, and down goes Tyson.
It's over. It's over.
Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
Unbelievable.
No one on the planet thought he could beat Mike Tyson. So the reporters asked him, "Buster, what did you do? How did you beat Mike Tyson? How did you do it?" "I did it because my mom believed I could beat him. So I had to do it for my mom." All right? Now, that was his moment. His moment came and he embraced it. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about, the reason I gave you guys that story was, I want to share with you guys on how to embrace your moment. Number one is, you have to remember why you're here. Remember why you're here. You've been running, you've been practicing, you've been lifting weights, and to do what? To be the best football player that you can be. Some of you want to go off to college. That's why you're here. Remember why you're here. The reason it's hard for some of you to keep working hard is because you don't have a why. You don't have anybody, you in your head, you don't feel like nobody's dependent on you. You have to attach a why to whatever it is that you're doing. Right now, and I'm not voting on myself, but right now, I'm in the process of building one of the most premier lineman developmental companies in the country. I do speaking, I'm coaching, and I got some other things that I do. And I do it hard every day. Some days are better than others, but I do it hard. Why? Because I have a why attached to it. What's my why? And I say to myself every day, "Justin, you were broke. Justin, you were almost on the streets. I was almost on the streets. Justin, you were almost homeless. You were broke. Justin, you got so many people depending on you. You have an opportunity to change your life, your family's life, and the people in your community." That's what keeps me going. That's my why. So some of you better get a why. You better get a why. Number two is you gotta give a little bit more effort. Guys, giving a little bit more effort only means give a little more than the next man is willing to give. Except in the football case, give a little bit more effort than your opponent is willing to give. Go lift weights. Go study film. Go do what is necessary so you can be a great player. Be a great student. Be a great kid. Be a great son to your parents. Do a little bit more extra than the next man is willing to give. Number three, stop shortchanging yourselves. Stop saying I can't do it. Guys, newsflash, you are great. I don't care about your background. I don't care about your circumstances. I don't care what has happened in your life. You have greatness inside of you. And until you learn how to depend on that, you'll never go anywhere. Until you realize that in your own life, you will never get anywhere. All of you have something great inside of you. If you don't know what it is now, keep living. It'll come. You'll know what it is. You'll know what you're good at. But you have to believe that you're great. That's what a couple weeks ago we talked about deciding it. Decide to be great. Decide to be great. And number four, too many haters. Oh man, we got too many haters. And you have known haters and you have unknown haters. Now the thing about your known haters, when you know somebody's hating on you, you know who they are. They've already exposed you to who they are. But unfortunately, we have unknown haters. People that are in the weight room, they're your weight partner. They see you cheat. You're supposed to do 8 reps and you do 6. And he think he's doing you a favor. He's not doing you a favor. He is cheating you from you being the best player that you can be. Your haters talk. Guys, do not let the actions of someone who does not matter in your success affect you. Do not let the actions of someone who is not prelim to your success affect you. All right, haters gonna be everywhere. In Obi's case, they hide in the locker room, wait for you to come back after practice. We'll leave that one alone. So in closing, this is what I got for you. Number 1, you have to be able to have a why. You gotta have a why, guys. You have to have a why. Why are we here? Guys, this is it. Seniors, stand up. This could be the last hurrah for some of y'all. The last hurrah. And if you don't take this game seriously and get your team to take it seriously, it will be the last one. Sit down. This is why. This is why we're doing it. We have an opportunity to make the playoffs the second time in 50 years. 50 years. West Bloomfield has been around for over 50 years, and they've only been in the playoffs once. Choose to make history and make it for the second time. Number 2, give a little bit more effort. Go home, watch film. Go home, watch film, hydrate, sleep. Stop messing with them girls. Stop messing with them girls. Those girls are not going to do anything for you. All right? Number 3, stop shortchanging yourselves. Stop shortchanging yourselves. Believe you can do it. Decide to be great. Say decide.
Decide.
Say decide.
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 Make a decision to be great today. And number 4, eliminate your haters. Guys, there's an old saying that we used to say, what you eat don't make me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Some of y'all know what that is. And if you don't, come to me later, I'll tell you. I can't say it because, you know, this is on tape. This is YouTube. I can't do that. So, what I'm saying to you guys is eliminate those haters, the known haters and the unknown haters. Some of them are your family, unfortunately. Some of them are your own teammates. But you can't let the opinions and the actions of people who are not tied to your success affect you. So guys, tomorrow is our day. We 5-3. It's very simple tomorrow. We win and we're in. So we have two ways of thinking about this opportunity. Number 1, we can say, well, we just, if we lose, we might still be able to get in. Or do you want to take control of your own destiny and say, hey, fellas, we just got to win. Win and we in, baby. And guys, if we embrace the moment, don't run from the moment. Don't shy away from the moment. Embrace the moment. Love it. Hug it. Know that this is your time. This is your time to be great. I promise you, we'll win tomorrow, we'll make history, and we go into the playoff. That's all I got for you guys.
Go ahead and tell everybody, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Yes I am, yes I am, yes I am. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. I believe every lie that I ever told, paid for every heart that I ever stole. I played my cards and I didn't fold. Well, it ain't that hard when you got soul.